motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pipe Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pint Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
What if the market shifts? What if the margins on your farm keep getting tighter? Simplot Grower Solutions is here to help. Simplot Crop Advisors know South Dakota corn, soybean, wheat, and other crops like you do because they live and work here. So, even if the market shifts or the margins keep getting tighter, you'll have the insight and support to keep moving forward. Simplot Grower Solutions.
The corner station can be back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Graham Tire, and by Zander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service of Pierre. And now, Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Well, thank you very much, and a good Tuesday evening, everybody. A night of high school basketball from Riggs High Gym coming your way as the Pierre Governors are at home. And for boys basketball, first time in a while, a week ago, their last time they played, they were at T area and dropped a 20-point setback, 63-43 to the Titans. And a few days before that, they were at Sioux Falls, Washington, and had a 20-point loss there as well, 77-57. They'll try to get back on track, maybe break a 4-game losing string tonight as they welcome in the Douglas Patriots. Douglas 1-5, started the season 0-5, but they are coming off their first win of the season, a 20-plus point victory over the Belle-Fourche Broncs out in the Black Hills Conference, as they'll come in hopefully with a little confidence of their own, but also they haven't played in 10 days either. They were supposed to play Spearfish last Friday, but they had a weather day and a postponement as a result. So they haven't played in a little while. So Douglas itching to get back out on the court as well as they make the trip from out west. The girls' game being played in Box Elder tonight. We will have our DRG Media Group sportscaster Spencer Gosh, I believe, helping us on that, as Justin Cowart is out of town and out of the state for the time being. But the girls' game will be on KGFX. That should be starting in about an hour's time, as they will have a mountain time start out there. You can hear it on KGFX, and you can watch both of our games with live video at drgnews.com. So, as things are getting going here on the sophomore game, we've got a couple of technicals that have just been issued, but the Douglas sophomores have been looking very impressive. They have a 61-32 lead over the Pierre Governors. The JVs went to Douglas by about 10 points, and the freshman game had a come-from-behind victory for the Douglas Patriots as well. We'll see what the varsity game has in store for us. And we'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll get into our conversation about the upcoming contest, the Bank West pregame show, brought to you by Bank West. Bank West for the best, and we'll take a look around South Dakota with the state of basketball and Class AA, boys and girls, if given the time, and also coaches' comments, keys to success, starting lineups, and more. All coming up as you listen to Pierre Governor basketball on your official home for the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West insurance agents Sam Kenneke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District. Backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to Riggs High. Jim, Brian Oakland coming with play-by-play tonight. William Wilson running our show in studio with technical direction, and Brian Menning is here for Live Ticket, along with John Stewart, who will help out tonight on our video production. Remember, you can watch this game at drgnews.com or the River 92.7 page, or your DRG News smartphone app will be available through gogovs.live as well. Well, for all of those on the road, we had a bit of a snow day today, so we encourage safety and slow drives as well. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to slow the drive, arrive alive. It starts with you. Buckle up. You've got some place to be. A reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Still 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in this sophomore contest. Double technicals for both teams have really kind of slowed things down a little bit, and they've had to sort some things out, but they're playing right now. Douglas with an 18-point lead. Let's take a look around South Dakota varsity basketball for boys. It's the state of basketball, part of our Bank West pregame show. Governors last played on Tuesday at T-Area, and again 63-43, suffering that loss, their fourth straight. Douglas's last time on the court was a 64, actually I said double digit, I guess it was, 64-53 win over Belle-Fourche, and that was 10 days ago on January 10th. Before that, a 5-point loss to Rapid City Stevens on their home court, 73-68. In fact, Douglas has played 5 games in a row on their home court. They started the season with the loss at Rapid City Christian, and then losses to Gering, Nebraska, and then they had T-Area and Watertown at their place for a single weekend to start the new year on the calendar. But T-Area and Watertown both playing very well so far this season. A very competitive game with Rapid City Stevens for Douglas, and then they get their first win over Belle-Fourche, who is off to a 1-9 start so far on the season. So, and as mentioned, Douglas did not get to play their last scheduled game. That was against Spearfish, and that should have been 4 nights ago. Actually, that would have been Friday on in Box Elder, but they are making that game up on January 31st, part of a girls and boys doubleheader. So here's where the standings are right now. In fact, here's what happened over this past weekend with that Spearfish Douglas game getting postponed. Other action had Sioux Falls Roosevelt defeating that T-Area team that handled the Govs 82-55. Roosevelt's looking very good. And, of course, Sioux Falls Lincoln is too, as they handled Huron 82-57. Mitchell went to Brookings, got a 53-39 win Friday night. Sioux Falls Jefferson over Washington in a high-scoring affair, 78-73. Watertown won at Yankton, 59-51. And then on Saturday, T went up to Aberdeen, beat the Golden Eagles 64-43. And O'Gorman won at Jefferson 59-54. So the power rankings as they are right now, have Sioux Falls Lincoln still perfect at 9-0 on the season. Roosevelt winning 8 out of 9. They're the 2 seed. Watertown also winners of 8 of 9. They're 8-1, and the current 3 seed. T-Area has settled in at number 4 with their 8-2 mark, including that win over Pierre last week. And a 1-1 weekend as well. Spearfish is still unbeaten, but strength of schedule has them settling in at number 5, and they haven't played in a while. They're still 5-0. Well, some teams have played 4 more games than Spearfish has already. Mitchell's 5-3 in the 6th seed. Huron is number 7 at 6-3, and Harrisburg is at number 8 with a 5-2 record. The rest of the top 16 have O'Gorman, Brandon Valley, who will be here on Thursday night. They're the 10 seed with a 3-5 record so far. Jefferson, Stevens, Sturgis Brown, Rapid City Central, Sioux Falls, Washington. Strange to see them at number 15, as well as they played against the Govs a week and a half ago. And Pierre at 2-6 is the number 16 seed right now. They would be the last team in the Sodax 16. Aberdeen Central, Brookings, Yankton, and Douglas are the 4 teams on the outside looking in. If the Sodax 16 were to begin tonight, still seems like a long season to go, or a lot of season to go, but we're starting to approach the halfway point. Some teams, in fact, T-Area has already played 10 games. Watertown, Roosevelt, Lincoln, they've played 9. The Governors have played 8. But they play a team tonight that is only playing their 7th game of the season in the Douglas Patriots. In addition to this game, other AA action tonight as Harrisburg at Roosevelt. Brookings at the Huron Arena tonight. Aberdeen Central hosting O'Gorman. And it is Sioux Falls Jefferson heading down to Yankton to tangle with the Bucks. Spearfish out west, and the Black Hills Conference hosts Hot Springs. And then on Thursday, with the Govs hosting Brandon Valley in their next action, T-Area will go to Mitchell, and Sturgis will play host to Custer, Spearfish to Mapialuta, the Red Cloud School down at Pine Ridge. And then Friday, Harrisburg at Jefferson, Yankton at Roosevelt, and then Sioux Falls Lincoln at O'Gorman, while the Rapid City schools travel across the state to play Brookings and Watertown. And they'll continue the flip-flop on Saturday, Central at Watertown, Stevens at Brookings, while Jefferson goes to Huron, Aberdeen at Brandon Valley, O'Gorman. Actually, I say Aberdeen at Brandon Valley and then O'Gorman at Aberdeen, but that's something's mixed up there. But Roosevelt will play at O'Gorman. Spearfish hosts Hot Springs on Saturday. Next week, Douglas has their next game after tonight. They have another long layoff, and they won't play until Thursday of next week when they go to Lead Deadwood, while the Governors, well, and then the following Saturday, the 31st, they have that matchup at Spearfish to make it up. The Governors have 3 games next week. Tuesday night, a week from tonight here, against Aberdeen Central, who's had their struggles to start the season, but then a tough weekend to go to the Metro when the Governors go to Harrisburg Friday night, January 30th, and then to O'Gorman on Saturday afternoon, January 31st. That is the boys' state of basketball, and as we still await the finishing of the sophomore game, why don't we take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll continue the state of basketball, looking at girls hoops, including the Governors and Douglas tonight. That's coming up, and let's make it 2 minutes, and we'll be back with more of our Bank West pregame show. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
This winter, Beck Motor Company is your go-to Chevy dealer for automotive needs. From the tough, rugged Chevy Silverado to a versatile Equinox, we've got the perfect ride for every season. Need service? Our expert team is here to keep you cruising through winter with confidence. Beck Motor Company, your trusted local Chevy dealer, proudly serving you with top-notch vehicles, service, and customer care. Stop by today and drive away with a deal you'll love. www.beck-motors.com, 605-224-5912.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Welcome back to Rick's High Gym. The Pierre Pep Band is here, obviously, and so are the Douglas Patriots to take on the Pierre Governor boys. Brian Oakland here as we continue a quick look at girls basketball, and then we'll go into keys to success and listen to what the coaches have to say momentarily. Governor girls are playing their first game tonight in 10 days. The last time they played, Washington was here at Rick's High and beat them 54-22. That came 2 days after a 55-28 loss to the Harrisburg Tigers. Douglas was also supposed to play Spearfish on Friday night, but had that postponed to January 31st. So they have not played since they had a matchup with Douglas. Right now, Douglas is 1-5 in girls hoops. The Governor girls are 2-5. Pierre sitting at the 13th spot, while Douglas is tied with Sioux Falls Lincoln for 19th out of 20. Aberdeen Central, who will play the Governors in Aberdeen, Governor girls that is, are 8-1 in the top overall seed. Brandon Valley, who the Governor girls will face on Thursday night, 2 nights from now, is 8-0. So a tough stretch coming up for the Governor girls as their next two are number 1 and 2 after tonight against Douglas. O'Gorman 6-1, Washington's 8-1. And then Rapid City Stevens 8-2. That's your top 5. But again, the Governors are 13, and the Douglas Patriots are 1-5 near the bottom of the pack. That's the state of basketball in girls hoops with Pierre at Douglas tonight, Pierre at Brandon Valley on Thursday. Douglas girls will play at Hot Springs on Thursday, but that is not the same schedule that the boys that we're seeing tonight will have on Thursday. Let's go into keys to success, which are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care. In Pierre, we'll speak with Travis Miller of the Douglas Patriots a little bit later on, but Larry Aker is up first with our keys to success from Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Here we go. After a week off, the Governors have another home matchup now against the Douglas Patriots. Talking with Coach Larry Aker and keys to success. Coach, last week you go to T area and kind of in that stretch of playing teams that either are playing really well or teams that are really good to begin with. And just another game where I thought I saw a lot of good things in that game against the Titans, but they're just a little bit better at this time. And, maybe a team still you probably feel like you'd like to have another chance at, because I thought with the guys that were on the court, they did some good things in that game.
Yeah, they did, especially in the third quarter. I thought we responded well. We started taking care of the basketball. We defended well, so if we can do those things, it usually helps. Looking back, we broke down the film, and probably the biggest thing was we just turned it over way too many times, and they had 24 points off of our turnovers, and you lose, game ends up by 20, but with a little run there in the third quarter. You cut it to 7 or whatever, and you take away those early turnovers and those easy buckets. Then they're in a dogfight, and they, you don't know how it's going to go. So we just got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball, limit our mistakes. And that starts with our guard play, and we know we have some inexperience there, but we just got to value the basketball. We're just a lot of them are lazy passes, is what I would call them. they know that, and we've been working on it in practice. But sometimes kids just kind of relax a little bit in the game, and don't necessarily read the defense like they're supposed to. So hopefully we've gotten better in that aspect, and we can do a good job of taking care of the ball tonight.
There's kids have to realize you're watching film on other teams as you game plan for them. Well, they're doing the same thing, and they know where that first pass is going to go. So it's got to be crisp. It's got to be right on target, and obviously some things that are easy to clean up, and hopefully that starts tonight against Douglas.
Yeah, and they're going to get after us in the full court. So it starts there, breaking their pressure, attacking the basket. I didn't think, early on in T, we thought that was one of the keys. We could, get our guards to attack the basket a little bit, and I didn't feel like we necessarily did that. And then when we did, we kind of got ourselves in trouble. So we still got to make good decisions when we get in there. If we have a lane to the basket, but we got to play off of 2 feet. A lot of times we leave our feet and try to jump pass or something instead of just jump stopping, making a good decision or kicking it back out and getting some more action going.
This Douglas team has some similar scores against T area they played, and of course they're playing some of the Rapid City, some of the Black Hills schools. Obviously, you got to think you're a favorite against this team, but with the quickness that they show, especially in that full court, you definitely have a challenge in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to play 4 quarters of basketball, take care of the basketball, defend, do all the little things. So, they're going to come up and they're going to give you a fight. They're well improved from last year, and they got some guys. They got a couple good shooters. They got good length inside. But again, if we take care of the basketball and defend the way we can, I like our chances.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. We'll see you after the show.
Thank you.
That is head coach Larry Aker of the Pierre Governors with coach's comments and keys to success in our pregame that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. So let's hear from CDE, and we speak with Travis Miller of the Douglas Patriots. Keys to success continue next in Governor basketball.
Regular comprehensive eye exams yearly are the key to finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Hi, this is Dr. Mike Bartlett. I've joined the team at Central Dakota Eye Care, continuing to provide the same high-quality care you've come to expect. I've been seeing patients here in Pierre for 30-plus years, and I look forward to welcoming you to my new location. Call us today at 605-224-6128 to schedule your appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, let's continue. Keys to success. Head coach Travis Miller of the Douglas Patriots. Coach, you come in here 1-5. I guess it's been a while since you had a game because you had one postponed last week, but got your first win over Belfouche on the season last time out. You had a good game with Rapid City Stevens before that. I know it's a slow start to the season, so to speak, but I'm sure you're seeing some pretty good improvement at this point now.
Yeah, we have. I guess it's been kind of nice to have some time in between games to be able to improve on some things, just to be able to work on things. But yeah, it's going to be tough at the end of the season because we're going to have a lot of games in February. But no, it's been nice this time of year to be able to work on some things in between the different games and see what we need to do.
Good win over Belfouche, as mentioned. What's working for you so far, and what are the things that you still want to see more marked improvement with?
Probably the same old coach speak. We need to take care of the ball better. When we don't turn it over, we're okay. Obviously, not getting a shot on offense kills us, so we got to make sure we do that. Rebounding, we're not the biggest team, so we got to make sure that we get rebounds and put a body on somebody on defense so they're not getting second opportunities, and then hopefully maybe get a couple extra opportunities for us. And like I said, the big thing is taking care of the basketball. I know Pierre runs that really aggressive 2-3 zone, and so we have to just make sure we're making good passes and not trying to throw it through people's hands and faking a pass to make a pass just to get a good shot every time.
I've seen a lot of energy in your sub-varsity, though, so far, and full court presses and things like that. And are you creating any offense out of your defense?
We're trying to, and so yeah, every once in a while the team makes a mistake. A lot of it, honestly, is we kind of slow them down and just so they don't have quite as much time once they get into the half court. But But yeah, and we do have some good, some of our young guys coming up have been working really hard, and they've been having some success with that. So hopefully that'll kind of carry over into the varsity game.
And you need depth to do that, so you must be building some of that.
Yeah, I think we do. I think that's one thing with this team. We don't have that standout player that is really ball dominant like some years. And so we got a lot of guys. We got probably 8-9 guys that can rotate in, and not really much of a drop off at all those positions. So yeah, that's one good thing about our team.
All right, you mentioned the 2-3 zone you'll face with Pierre tonight. What do you see from them offensively that'll challenge you too?
I know number 3 is a good player. Obviously, the size they have inside is, Terwilliger, just big boy. We don't have anybody that size on our side, so we'll have to guard him with multiple people. They move the ball well, they dribble, they drive and kick really well. So we just have to make sure we stay in front of our man and try to make them take as tough a shot as possible.
Sounds like a case where obviously it's always good to have good helping defense, good help, and good chemistry. We're out, all over the floor. Is that something you're starting to build a little bit?
But we're trying to, yeah. It's that. Every coach does that every day. Probably the shell drill defense principles and just making sure we're in the right spot at the right time. Because you can't really play defense one-on-one. You got to play defense as a team, and so hopefully we kind of know where we're supposed to be in each of our spots.
All right, you got any other keys to success tonight?
Hopefully we can hit some shots. That's always key. It makes the game a lot easier when you make some baskets. So we'll see how we get off the bus today.
10-day layoff. They got to be itching to go again.
I would hope so. I don't love the 4. We just had 4 days off because we didn't have school on Friday because of the weather. So I actually like being in more of a routine, but no excuses. We gotta get off the bus and see what we can do.
All right, Coach. Let's go have a good time. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
And our thanks to Travis Miller for his coach's comments and keys to success, brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's pause for 2 minutes, and our starting lineups are next. We're getting closer to tip-off. It's Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Back at Ringside Gym, and we will continue along with our Bank West pregame show as we give you the starting lineup. Starters brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Well, the Governors get Caden Aharts back after missing a couple of games due to a knee sprain. The 6'2 junior will start, but in the last game at T area, Logan Whitty sprained his ankle and is still out. A high ankle sprain that could keep him out a couple of weeks. Whitty, the 5'11 junior, is out. Ahart's back in. Jaron Deal, the 6-foot sophomore, continues to start for the Governors in the backcourt along with Corday Austin, the 6-foot senior. 6'3", in fact. Lincoln Dilgis, the 6'4 senior, is one forward. Cooper Terwilliger in the middle, 6'6", and a junior in the post for the Governors with Austin, Aharts, and Deal in the backcourt. Dilgis and Terwilliger up front. Sincere Wilson will be the first one off the bench, a 5'11 senior for head coach Larry Aker. And the Pierre Governors, assisted by Skip Kurth, Craig Ullman, and Kelly Brandt. Their opponent, the Douglas Patriots, and the Envirotech starters on the point include Jared Hokey, a 5'9 senior, Logan Emerald, a 5'8 senior guard, and Lane Paulson, a 6' senior guard. Bigs in the middle, well, a fourth guard, Jacob Hervela, a 6'1 sophomore, and one big man in the middle is Joshua Davis. He is a 6'7 senior for the Patriots. 1-7, 1-5 on the season, head coach by Travis Miller. Your Envirotech starting lineups. 2 minutes, and we'll give you the game officials when we come back with more Governor basketball.
This winter. Club are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the quarter station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The quarter station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the quarter station and the crossing.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by, touchdown. Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome to Bowie Foods. Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
Oftentimes a thankless job, and that is officiating high school sports, high school basketball. In this case, tonight's game officials are Jeremy Michelson, Chris Long, and Jordan Gal. They are the guys in stripes. Jeremy Michelson, Chris Long, and Jordan Gal are game officials. They are our law on the court. Sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. We remind you that you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. When you're distracted, who's driving?
Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. We tip in a minute. The Comtech opening tip is coming up next. This is Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech opening tip coming up, and fans, we invite you to listen throughout our broadcast as well. Listen for those highlight plays, or right on the money highlight plays in our broadcasts that are brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre. Rounds Financial Services, where your money works for you. Mosaic Wealth member SIPC. Governor's hoping for a lot of highlight plays a game that they should be favored in, but take nothing for granted. The way the sub-varsity games went, which were all Douglas as far as victories go. Freshman game was very competitive, but Douglas had a good come-from-behind victory. The JV game was won by the Patriots by 10 or so. And that sophomore game was a decidedly one-sided game. The Comtech opening tip is tipped by Cooper Terwilliger, but it's controlled by Douglas and Lane Paulson. The 6-foot senior Douglas is out in royal blue with the red trim, white numbers, red striping down the sides, red, white, and blue for the Patriots from Box Elder and Ellsworth Air Force Base. Patriots moving from right to left. They try to work one inside, and now an extra pass inside and down along the baseline. Across the lane, knocked away by Lincoln Dilgis. And Douglas will inbound with 10 seconds on the opening shot clock, the opening possession of the game. They work it inside. There's a knock away, and it's actually going to stay with the Patriots again off the right side of the key. So as you watch at drgnews.com, once again, Douglas right to left. The Governors in home white. And green numbers and trim working left to right as they'll have their first possession. This second inbound is a nice little pass by Lane Paulson to Logan Amaral, who puts it up and in. Now a tip of a pass as the Governors try to break pressure. We've got a held ball on the floor. Jump ball stays with Pierre. Possession arrow just 43 seconds in. Pierre doesn't want to struggle with that full court press, but you see the Governors in a 2-3 zone, and our first chance to see Douglas in a half-court defense. They also will use 2-3 zone, at least for the time being. 2-0, Patriots scored first. Governors work it around, and it's tipped, but it's back to Jaron Deal. He drives, and his shot is blocked. Picked up by Amaral. Here come the Patriots. And they'll work it inside, and a block shot by Dilgis. Second attempt, no good by Divis. And then Divis with Lincoln Dilgis draped on his back. Can't get a handle on it, and they'll lose it out of bounds. So a couple of opportunities there for the Patriots, but they'll come up empty, and good defense by Lincoln Dilgis. It'll be interesting to see how the Governors play against that zone if that's what they face again. They beat the pressure here. Corday Austin trying to work it inside. The entry pass to Cooper Terwilliger down on the block, knocked away by 6'7" Joshua Divis. That'll be a good matchup. Terwilliger's the bigger body, but he does give an inch to Divis height-wise. Cooper's got it again. Powering himself in. Divis gets a shot, gets a hand on the shot. We've got a foul. So good defense here for Joshua Divis. And Terwilliger denied. And Cooper gets a push, and that'll be his first personal foul. As the Govs come up empty, they're 0 for 2 so far. Minute and a half in. Last thing Pierre wants to do, I'm not saying they are, but human nature might make them or might contribute to them taking a game for granted here, and they definitely don't want to do something like that. Now, loose ball in front of the Governor bench. Jaron Deal, the last to touch. It'll stay with Douglas. Certainly hasn't been a clean game so far, but the Patriots do lead 2-0. Still just underway. The inbound comes to the wing. Jacob Hervela gets it back up top, and we've got happy feet from the guard. Lane Paulson tried to fake left and dribble right, but he puts it on, or did not put it on the floor in time. And the first turnover for Douglas. Pierre will inbound. Left to right across the timeline. Corday Austin back to Jaron Deal. Here's Dilgis at the free throw line. Turnaround shot, no good. Terwilliger battling. Got the offensive board. Fouled on the way back up by the big fella, Divis. So an offensive rebound and a second chance coming for the Governors. And Divis with his first team foul for the visitors. Terwilliger to shoot 2 at the free throw line, but off the back of the rim, no good. On the first one, he'll try another one. Decent crowd Tuesday night here at Rigside Gym. Terwilliger, who's been shooting in streaks from the stripe of late, or so far throughout this season, does miss them both. Pierce still with a goose egg on the board. 5:45 to play. We're in the first period. Perimeter passing to the near side, and this is Caden Aharts who gets a quick hand steal. And Ahart's impeded, but now loose ball on the floor. Pierre picks it up, and we'll have a foul from there called on the Patriots. Caden Ahart's got to be loving life and getting back on the basketball court. Davis picks up his second personal foul, and that's going to spell some trouble, perhaps, for the Patriots. He'll have to check out. Connor Wright, a 6'5 senior, still another big body, does come in. Off the bench, here's Deal for three off of the inbound, but from the right corner, no good. Corday Austin with an offensive board, though. Governors with another second chance. Pierre 0 for 4 on the floor. How about Ahart's up top? Long rebound this time off the back of the rim. Deal had it, but now picked off by Herveluk. Jacob Herveluk setting things up. 2-0 still, and here's Paulson for 3 up top. Won't go. Offensive rebound. That's Amaral. His putback is no good. So Douglas hit their first shot, but they've missed their last 4. And now the Governors trying to work it down low. A lob to the baseline. Too tall for Dilgis, and that's out of bounds. Pierre will turn it over for the first time. 3 minutes in, and then some, and the Governors still haven't scored yet. 0 for 5 on the floor. Here's Connor Wright off the right block. Turnaround shot over to Williger. Doesn't get enough on it, and the rebound is off of the foot of Hervela, and it'll belong to Pierre. 4:40 to play, quarter number 1. Slow start for both teams. Douglas 1-5 on the season. The Governors on a 4-game losing streak themselves at 2-6, and we've got a steal from Logan Amaral. Took it away from Corday Austin. Austin will be ruled as a guilty party of a foul in trying to get it back. So not a lot going right for the Govs so far. Second team foul. Oh, no, it's no foul for Austin. I think he had the hand on the ball. He was on the sideline, so that's an out-of-bounds call. That's what gives it to Douglas. Although Amaral, I will give him a steal. Here's Connor Wright, top of the key. Line drive, three-pointer, and no good. And a race to the rebound. Dilgis is involved, but Amaral had the position. So Dilgis will pick up a foul. This will be the second team foul for the Govs. So Williger has the other one. 4 corners coming on the inbound here. 4:12 to go. Coming off the right side of the key. Logan Amaral to the high post. It's Hervela. And he'll send it back up top. Jared Hokey from the right side. Back into Hervela. And his turnaround shot, no good. Caden Ahart's works hard, tips it twice to himself. He gets the rebound. Here comes Dilgis, but he has his pocket picked by Logan Paulson from behind. 2-on-4, and Amaral tries a layup but won't get it. Terwilliger rebounds. Still 2-0 Governors. Past the halfway point of the first period. Only 2-0. I should say Douglas. They have the lead. Deal. Now Ahart's looking for 3. Comes off the front of the rim. No good. Hokey with the rebound. Caden, pretty good shooter, but 0 for 2 so far, and that one came up well short. Here's Amaral. Pass Deal. Pass is tipped back to him by Corday Austin. Douglas still with it. Working it inside. Plenty of time on the possession. Here's Hokey, top of the key. No good. Well off the mark. Ahart's will rebound for the Govs. And Douglas has gone ice cold after making a bunny off of an inbound to start our scoring tonight. 2:50 to go. Pierce still looking for their first offensive scoring. I imagine if they get one here, that crowd is going to go nuts. Dilgis in the lane, out to Deal. 3-ball on line, no good. A couple of bounces on the rim that might have hit the support structure, but we play on. Dilgis with an offensive rebound. Turnaround, no good. Connor Wright with the rebound this time. Is anybody going to score in this basketball game from here on out? Now we've got Pierre knocking a pass away on the near side. Had a substitution momentarily. Jaron Deal is out. Sincere Wilson, the 5'11 senior guard off the bench, in for Pierre. 2:20 to go. 2-0 Governors. First period. Here's Paulson as Aharts will cut in front of his extra pass. Looking to get it underneath to Connor Wright. I figured this game would be evenly matched, but I didn't think it would be all defense and a lack of shooting. Here's Hokie for three out of the inbound, and he got it. Pushed out by Connor Wright off of the inbound. Jared Hokie will rim a three. Down 5-0. Douglas leads. 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Here's Terwilliger to Wilson. Sincere for three. Swish it. There you go. Governors on the board. And Sincere Wilson, who had a scoring flurry in the third quarter a week ago down at T area, is the first to score for the Governors tonight. 5-3. Douglas leads. Number 12, Benny Olson, a 6'3 junior, has checked in for the Patriots. Here's Hokie. He wants another one. This one from NBA range. No good. Off the back of the rim. Wilson will rebound. And he will hand it off or give it off. Down to the corner. Here's Austin for a three, and that's good. 2 in a row now for the Governors, who hope that shooting is contagious. Pierre takes their first lead at 6-5 with 1:05 to go, quarter number one. Hokie in front of the Governor bench, far side, bounces one to Hervela. He'll fire a three off the dribble and hit. Jacob Hervela, 6'1 sophomore, has his first three down. Douglas back in front, 8-6. Dilges for the tie, 15-footer right side, will not go. Olson rebounds for the Patriots. Lincoln Dilges off to an 0-for-3 start. Under 40 seconds to play in the first. Hokie has it from Hervela again. Wilson defending. Wilson cuts in front of a pass. Can't handle it, though. Paulson gets it. Passes back out to Hokie. Douglas unable to save it. And it'll be Pierre basketball with a shot clock off. Still plenty of time, though. 20 seconds to play, as they can play for a last shot. Douglas on top, 8-6. Pierre with a couple of three balls at long last. It took a 6-5 lead, but Douglas answered. Here's Dilges, and we got a blocking foul as Dilges drives with 8 seconds left. Shot is up, no good, but Lincoln Dilges will go to the free throw line. And Connor Wright, the 6'5 senior off the bench, picks up his first personal foul. Both teams with three, but it's not really going to matter as far as bonus for the rest of the quarter. Dilges to shoot a pair. First one is good. Jackson Montalvo, a 6'6 senior, will come in. Caden Aharts is out. Jaden Brandt to give him a break. Brandt is a 5'10 senior who hasn't played significant minutes yet this season. Second one for Dilges, no good. Corday Austin, offensive rebound, tries a reverse, but he got interrupted with that. And the rebound is down to Benny Olson and Douglas. A half-court shot up, no good. And that'll do it for our first quarter of play. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Douglas leading the Governors by the score of 8-7. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 60 seconds. Quarter number two coming back. Hopefully some more offense too, when we return with more Governor basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Smart Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre.
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
Back at Riggs High Gym, not much happening through one quarter of play. 8-7. Douglas leads. Patriots shoot 3 of 14 in that first quarter, 2 of 7 from outside the arc. The Governors, 2 of 12, and both of their shots in 6 tries from outside the arc. Patriots on the alternating possession will kick things off here, right to left, across the timeline. Brian Oakland, play-by-play. Glad to have you aboard here on a Tuesday night. Dilges with a block of a shot of Benny Olson, kept alive by Joshua Davis underneath as he's back in with 2 fouls, and now Dilges will wrestle a rebound away from Caden Aharts. Missed opportunities there for the Patriots. Governors working with it. Pierre hasn't seen a 2-3 zone. Well, maybe they have seen it a lot. They see it a lot in practice because they play that a lot, but they've had to obviously game plan against more man-to-man defenses. Pierre's been playing a lot of catch here in the first period and the first 39 seconds of quarter number 2. They'll inbound after it was knocked away. Dilges to Austin, near side. Now Caden Aharts looking for 3. Top of the key, won't get it. Davis has the rebound for Douglas. Here, would love to get some more high percentage shots. Here's a drive by Logan Amaral, up no good. Loose ball as Aharts didn't handle the rebound, but it is picked up off the floor by Jaron Deal. Governors have it. Austin down to the block, fouled off the glass. Shot counts, and he'll go to the free throw line. Corday with a bucket from inside the arc. Check the foul from Jordan Gow, and it is number 15, Jacob Hervela, guilty of his first personal foul. Pierre takes the lead back at 9-8. Corday Austin's and 1 attempt is good. So Corday with 6 to lead Pierre now. 3 the easy way, now 3 the old-fashioned way. 10-8 Governors with the first basket of the second period. Douglas will break pressure shown by Pierre. And now a trap on the near side. Hervela, and a timeout is taken by Travis Miller, head coach of the Patriots, who sensed a little trouble there. 6:40 to play in quarter number 2. It's 10-8 Governors. Timeouts in our broadcast. Brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. This is Governor Basketball.
Hometown shop specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at GrahamTire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Buying or selling. Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal.
Governors trying to build a little bit of momentum here. They get a 3-point play from Corday Austin to start the scoring in the second period. Some tight defense induces a timeout from the Patriots. Pierre leading 10-8. Welcome back out of that Coca-Cola break in the action. Governor Basketball here on River 92.7. Governor Girls, we expect, will be on KGFX, but that's out west at Douglas High in Box Elder. Here's Hervela with it to Logan Paulson. 1 dribble and a pickup, 2 to shoot, and a pump fake. The shot is up, but it's no good, and misses everything. That'll be a shot clock violation. The miss from Logan Amaral. Technically, that'll go as a turnover, even though Pierre had a rebound. But off of an air ball, it's turnover number 3. Austin and Aharts playing catch as the Governors get it across the timeline. Here comes Dilges around a Terwilliger screen, and he'll lay it up and in. Lincoln Dilges with his first basket, his second and third points. And now the Governors, having scored 6 in a row, going back to the tail end of the first period, it's 12-8 Pierre. Swinging around near side. Hervela down to the baseline. Davis, little baseline jumper from 10. No good. Dilges on the backside with a Pierre rebound. Davis 0 for 3 from close range. Here's Deal, open for 3. Not this time. Terwilliger with an offensive board, though. He'll try to muscle it back up. It's off the glass, and it's good for 2. Cooper Terwilliger's first bucket of the night. 5:15 to play. We're in the second, 14-8. Governor's getting a little more comfortable right now, it seems. Hervela dribbles inside the arc, pops one from 10, no good. But he follows his shot, gets his own rebound, kicks it up top. 3-ball won't go for Connor Wright, and the Governors have it again. Here's Austin coming out of there with it, sidesteps the right effort. Actually, that's Benny Olson. And Corday Austin will float one up and in, coast to coast for Corday, and it's 16-8. The Governors have scored 10 in a row. Douglas will try another one from the baseline. Davis, no good. Austin with a rebound. Govs have the numbers up ahead. Deal is fouled. He lays it up and in, and he'll go to the free throw line. And it's all unraveling for Douglas, who maybe outplayed the Governors in the first period, but here is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, probably in a game that they would definitely be favored in so far here in the second period. The foul goes here to Lane Paulson, 6-foot senior with his first personal. Team foul number 2 for the Patriots. In the second period, Jaron Deal for a three-point play will not get the free throw to go. Governors struggling from the free throw line so far tonight. 1 of 4 in the first quarter. 2 of 6 now overall. There's a nice shot. Up and in, little alley-oop from Davis to Wright, the two bigs for the Patriots. And Wright kisses it off the glass and in for 2, 18-10. Terwilliger backing in, shot short, got his own rebound, pushed away, and a good defensive effort there. And then on the rebound, we'll have a foul. Twiggy goes 0 for 2 here, and everybody's walking to the Douglas business end of the floor. Corday Austin picking up his second personal. Okay, well, earlier I thought Corday had one, and then it wasn't on the board. But they wiped it away early is what it was. Corday has picked up his second personal. He checks out at the halfway mark of quarter number 2. Pierre leading 18-10. Sincere Wilson back in for the Govs. There's a pass inside the right elbow. Shot up, no good for Connor Wright. Second chance for Davis won't go. Douglas hoping for a foul, not getting it. And the Governors out of there with it. Still just high post. Quick pass up to Aharts. Working his way to the right wing. Nowhere to go but to Deal. Caden has it back. Aharts fires at 3 and hits, and there's a foul following the shot. And a chance at a 4-point play here for Caden Aharts, who hits the 3. Logan Amaral, the fouling party this time. Jordan Gow on the call right there was on the spot, near side. Aharts hits the 4-point play, completes it with a free throw. 22-10 now. The Governors with a 16, make it a 15-point quarter. And only 2 for the Patriots so far. Aharts picks the pocket of Davis under the basket. Pierre heads back left to right, looking to add to a 12-point lead. Deal fakes 3, puts it on the floor, and a nice pass underneath. And there's Cooper Terwilliger. He'll put it up and in with the left hand. A pretty play there, let's say right on the money for Deal, and Terwilliger hooking up. As Terwilliger gets the finish. Right on the money. Highlight plays brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. And the Governors lead 24-10. This is a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. You're listening to Governor Basketball.
Is a big decision. You need an expert who knows the market and gets results. Scott Darnall at Lee Real Estate in Pierre brings experience, local knowledge, and a no-nonsense approach to help you navigate every step. Whether you're looking for the perfect home or the best offer, Scott is committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Ready to make your next move? Call Scott Darnall at 605-220-2676. Lee Real Estate, Meredith Lee, broker-owner.
Lucky for us, life.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
Back at Rick's High Gym. It actually is a 60-second timeout, but it's in either instance brought to you by Coca-Cola. Bottling in Pierre. 24-10. The Governors have definitely come alive here with a 17-2 advantage in our second quarter of play, and we still have 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go. This is more like it as far as the Governors are concerned. That last pass, a nice little job of penetration by Jaron Deal. Drew the defense with a little wraparound pass across the lane to Cooper Terwilliger, who put his second basket home. And the Govs out to defend now after the second timeout used by the Patriots. Right in the middle of the lane. Shot up short. Rebound is down to Caden Aharts. He'll try to set something up again. The Deal back to Aharts and Deal again. Quick pass inside to Deal. Just too strong off the glass. Good job of defense by Connor Wright. This time as Deal just comes up empty. Amaral rebounds for the Patriots in blue, and Douglas, the other AA Patriots team, will lose it out of bounds in the corner. Pass through the hands of Anthony Spiker. He's a 5'11 junior. He's checked in recently. Turnover number 5 for Douglas. Governors with a few themselves so far, but none in this well-played second period. Ahart's thought about 3. He'll give it to Deal. Deal off the glass. Are you kidding me? He called the bank. And that's an H for horse on the board for the Governors. 27-10 with 2 minutes to go. Terwilliger will step in front of an entry pass, get a steal. Here come the Govs again. Ahart's top of the key. Dill just dribbling. He'll lose it, though, and it's picked up into the hands of Hunter Frericks, a 6-foot junior who's in for the Patriots. Turnover number 4 for the Govs. Here's Amaral splitting defenders. We'll have a foul on the floor. And Jeremy Michelson, veteran officials, every one of them here. Jeremy makes the call. This one goes to Sincere Wilson, his first. Team foul number 2 for the Govs in the second period. Douglas just looking and yearning for offense wherever they can get it now here in the second period. They'll inbound off the left side of the key. Frericks, loose ball. Frericks got it back right on the baseline. Throws it off of the leg of a peer defender, perhaps Terwilliger. And they'll get another chance. Samuel Peck has checked in. He is a 6'3 junior for Douglas, and he's inbounding now. A little hesitation, high pass, but it's hauled in by Jared Hokey. Starting guard back in there, as is Logan Paulson. Paulson will lob, high post. Here's Connor Wright. One dribble and a kick out, but Ahart's got a hand on it. Wilson picks it up, fakes the pass, and Sincere goes coast to coast. Sincere Wilson with 5 points. The Governors continue to pour it on here in the second period. 29-10. Peck with it over by the Governor bench, and he'll get fouled on a little bit of a push by Jaron Deal. Looked like Peck lost his balance, but I think Deal gets the foul because both hands did make contact with the ball handler there. So with a minute left, team foul number 3, first personal for Deal. Here's Frericks. Got a pump fake to get Terwilliger in the air. Frericks then tried to lean in and put one in off the glass, but Terwilliger's long arms swatted it out of bounds instead. Inbound to Connor Wright on the ensuing play, and Wright short off the front of the rim. Here's Samuel Peck for 3. After an offensive rebound, now Dilgis with the rebound. So the Governors can essentially play for the last shot. There's about 3 seconds difference here. 22 seconds on the shot clock, tail end of the second period. It's been all Governors so far since this quarter began. Deal slowing things up out near center circle. Now 10 on the shot clock, 12 on the game clock. Deal puts it in motion to Wilson. Back to Deal, now Ahart's. Jaron Deal going to drive, pull up for 17, no good. And the rebound to land it to Logan Paulson. He'll heave it the length of the floor off the mark. And that is how our first half will come to an end. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's changed in favor of the Governors. It's Pierre 29, the Douglas Patriots 10. The Governors outscored Douglas 22-2 in the second period, and they lead by 19 as we go to halftime. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 3 minutes. Halftime is up next. Halftime, a service of Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. You're listening to Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Ameriprise Advisors can...
Big and small, they define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
At Iverson Auto, our legacy is your trust. Whether you're in Mitchell or in Huron, we embody the values that have defined us for generations. We have been your partner on the road since 1948.
We bring decades of expertise to ensure your journey begins with confidence. Our goal is to turn your visit into a memorable experience, leaving you with a smile and peace of mind.
Iverson Auto of Mitchell and Huron are here to make your car buying experience smooth and enjoyable every step of the way.
Visit us online at iversonauto.com.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a newer used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
This is what
back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union president.
Welcome back to Riggs High, and welcome to our Wealth Partners halftime show. Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Both teams had a very sluggish start, and for Douglas, who hasn't played in 10 days, that was one thing Coach Travis Miller talked about. He hopes in keys to success that the Patriots hit some shots. They actually hit one more than the Govs did in the first quarter, but they only hit one more the entire second period as Douglas, again, with just 2 points in that second quarter. They did lead Pierre 8-7 at the end of one quarter, but then the Govs erupt for 22 points in the second period and right now lead 29-10. Pierre goes 9 of 15 in the second period and is 11 of 27 on the floor overall. Pretty good from outside the arc. They're 4 out of 10, but they're only 1 out of 6. Let's do that again. Let's call it 3 out of 7 from the free throw line. Pierre with 6 players in the scoring column. Corday Austin leads with 8 points. Sincere Wilson off the bench with 5. Jaron Deal has 5. 4 points for Kate Aharts on a 4-point play in that second quarter. Cooper Terwilliger has 4, and Lincoln Dilgis has 3 points for the Governors. For Douglas, who goes just 4 of 28 in that entire first half, 1 of 14 in the second period, 2 of 10 overall from outside the arc. They are led by Jared Hokey with a 3-pointer, Jacob Hervela with a 3-pointer, and then 2-pointers apiece for Connor Wright and for Logan Amaral. Just 10 on the board for the Patriots. Both teams pulling 17 rebounds down. A lot of missed shots, a lot of rebounds, but there's some good offensive rebounding going on as well. The Patriots lead the Governors 6-5 in that regard. Lincoln Dilgis with 5 boards, Cooper Terwilliger and Corday Austin with 3 each for the Govs. For Douglas, Logan Amaral has 5 rebounds unofficially, and Joshua Davis with 4. Patriots have turned it over 7 times. The Governors 4. And Pierre has an 8-4 advantage in the assist column as Caden Aharts and Jaron Deal have each dished out 3 assists for the Governors. It's 29-10 overall. Pierre leading the Patriots. Let's pause for 3 minutes. We'll continue with more at the half. You're listening to Governor Basketball.
As a cooperative, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union is owned by our members. Once a member, always a member, even if you move out of the area. We provide deposit services and loans of all kinds, including home loans, egg loans, and vehicle loans with competitive rates. Stop by and visit us at North Garfield at the Northridge Plaza in Pierre, or use our convenient drive-through lane. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones financial advisor understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Sports on the stations of the DRG Media Group. For all of your investment needs, call or stop by your Pierre area Edward Jones office. Go Govs! Edward Jones, member SIPC.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Wagner Auto Company, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer in Pierre, is your transportation headquarters in central South Dakota. With a great selection of new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, and a large selection of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. View their entire inventory at WagnerAuto.com. Experience the Wagner Auto difference for yourself by letting them help you with your next set of wheels. Wagner Auto Company in Pierre.
Back at Riggs, continuing at halftime as we take a look at some other scores. Pierre leading Douglas here in boys hoops 29-10. Also in boys basketball, AA, Harrisburg leads Sioux Falls Roosevelt 29-26. Yankton on top of Jefferson down in Yankton 27-24. And that's in the third quarter already. Aberdeen Central struggling with O'Gorman, 49-22. No reports yet from Brookings at Huron or from Spearfish at Hot Springs. In girls basketball, Pierre and Douglas are on KGFX tonight, and that'll be tipping off at the bottom of the next hour. Sioux Falls Roosevelt has defeated Harrisburg 55-48. Bit of a surprise there. Huron leading Brookings after 33-26. O'Gorman leading Aberdeen Central 64-44 going to the fourth quarter. Aberdeen number 1 in the power rankings, O'Gorman number 3, but O'Gorman up by 20. T-Area leads at home over Watertown 35-16 at halftime. Jefferson over Yankton 19-18, and Spearfish leading Hot Springs 25-11 at halftime. Here we go to the second half. Second half throw-in by the Governors, brought to you like the opening tip by Comtech, Communication and Electronics, Sales and Services in Pierre. Cooper Terwilliger tries to muscle one up, but Joshua Davis gets the better of that battle. Davis, who had 2 early fouls in the first quarter, should be better off to play for a while here in the second half after making a good defensive play. Here's a 3 ball as Douglas tries one here from Lane Paulson. That won't go. Jaron Deal down with a Pierre rebound. Corday Austin for 3. That's good. Fed by Deal. Corday got the shooting touch from outside. 2 for 2 tonight. He has 11 points, the first player in this game, into double figures. 32-10, the Governors strike first. Douglas moving left to right as you watch this one at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Also at DRG News with the smartphone app. Jacob Hervela. Logan Paulson, here's Davis from the free throw line. Turnaround shot, no good. Lincoln Dilgis will knock one away. Connor Wright starts the second half as well in place of Jared Hokey, along with Logan Amaral, the 5th starter out there for the Douglas Patriots. They look to inbound. Paulson will find Hervela, who drives and might have lost it going up. Ahart's down with it, though, for the Governors. Here's Austin again. They got to him. No time to shoot the 3. They'll swing it back around. Deal. Governors in white moving from right to left as you follow the action in this one. Here's Dilgis at the high post. Lob underneath. Terwilliger had to battle with the backboard to try to bring that one in. I think he lost sight of it. And he'll fumble that pass. It'll go out of bounds. First turnover for the Govs here in the second half. 5th in the game, but they lead 32-10. 22-2, that scoring advantage for the Govs in the second period. Amaral trying to create some space. He drives, penetrates, kicks out, and a nice drive here from the left side. Right-handers off the glass and good for Logan Paulson, his first basket of the night. Douglas with a fairly early basket. Here's Ahart's for 3, but that's off the right side. Terwilliger trying, can't get the rebound. It's Connor Wright on the ground. Now Paulson on his seat, and Coach Travis Miller asks for a timeout, and he will get it. So good hustle there by the Patriots for the rebound after a miss of the 3 by the Governors. 32-12, third timeout utilized by the Douglas Patriots. Let's pause for 30 seconds, and we're back after this Coca-Cola timeout. More Governor basketball coming up.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Generational success.
Welcome back to the Hawaii.
48 to go, third quarter. 32-12. The Governors leading by 20 for the first time this season. Douglas off of the timeout. And the Coca-Cola break in the action. Get it to Logan Paulson, who drives in the paint. Shot up no good, but pulled down by Jacob Hervela, who's fouled on the way back up. He'll go to the free throw line. And Jaron Deal committing his second personal foul. First foul for either team in the second half or in the third quarter, to be specific. Hervela tries a quick free throw. Line drive off the back of the rim, no good. That's the first free throw attempt by the Patriots in this game. And it comes with 5:38 left in the third quarter. Second one is good for Hervela, his 4th point of the night. 32-13 to update the score. Aharts crosses the timeline. Amaral facing him up. Looks like more of a man-to-man defense now for Douglas after that second quarter just didn't work out well for them at all. And it was mostly an offensive struggle, though, for the Patriots. Here's Terwilliger. Quick first step, but he loses it going up. That's off the rim, but Davis is the last to touch for Douglas. Cooper Terwilliger got around him with a good quick first step. Officials are going to confer here. Oh, shot clock getting reset down to 12. That shot from Terwilliger did not draw iron. So Pierre will have to be aware of that. The inbound, Corday Austin tried it once, tried it twice, third time's a charm. He kept going up and trying to put it up and in. It didn't go, then it did. You give him a couple of offensive rebounds, and Corday Austin's going all Angel Reese in this one. I'm sorry, I just had to. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. 34-13, Governors lead. Amaral looked like he was going to put a floater up, but he gives an extra pass off to Davis, who still cannot find an open lid. That one rims in and out, no good from just a few feet out. Governors have it. Deal fires a three, no good. And Terwilliger battling for another rebound. Bodies on the floor. Somehow it was Dilgis who had it on his back, tried to get it to Aharts. And then Aharts loses it to Amaral, who gets the steal. And Caden Aharts called for the foul, his first personal. So the turnover there for the Govs, 34-13. They have the lead. With the foul to Aharts, once again his first and the second team foul. Here comes Hervela to the free throw line. He stops there. Has to get rid of it. Jared Hokie back on for the Patriots. This is Logan Paulson, some nifty ball handling, but then he runs right into a brick wall. Put up by Jaron Deal defensively, and he'll travel with it. Paulson didn't even see him coming. So here's Austin and company across the timeline for the Governors. 4 minutes down, 4 to go, third period. Jaron Deal driving against Paulson, has to back it back out. Paulson tries to reach in and get a steal, no go. Now Aharts drives. Davis will block the shot, and Caden Aharts may have twisted his left ankle. He's wearing a brace on his right knee. So give Davis the block shot. You can give him a rebound, and then there was the foul from Deal. That'll be his third personal, and Caden Aharts is up, walking on his own power. Might have been more of a scare. Let's hope so, but again, first game back after missing a couple with a knee sprain. His right knee is the one with the wrap on it, but it is, I thought, was his left ankle when he went down. That suffered the brunt here. Sincere Wilson back in for the Governors, and he'll promptly come up with a steal. Tries a shot awkwardly off the glass, no good. Terwilliger comes up with it, but now he'll have his pocket picked by Samuel Peck, who will get a steal. So it's back to Douglas now, near side with it. Hervela to Hokie. Hokie was left alone momentarily, but he'll pass off to the wing. Terwilliger steps inside into the entry lane, but he can't handle the pass. He'll lose it out of bounds. That one destined for Samuel Peck. Peck, a 6'3 junior. Wilson will steal the inbound pass. He'll lead it up ahead. Terwilliger stops, left-handed shot is up and good, and there's a foul to boot. Chance at a three-point play coming here for Cooper Terwilliger. That all started with a steal from Sincere Wilson, who leads it up ahead. Terwilliger stopped underneath. Looked like he was going to go for the layup in stride, but he had to collect the ball and then collect his footing. And he picks up a foul from Connor Wright. That'll be his second. Wright's going to stay in there. But Logan Paulson checks out in favor of Anthony Spiker, the 5'11 junior. Terwilliger's first free throw of the night is good. Well, he's 1 out of 3. His first one that he gets to go. Deal tries to get a steal at half court near the scorer's table, but he'll knock it away. 2:57 left, third quarter, 37-13. Here in front. Douglas still struggling offensively here in the third period. 2 points in the second, only 3 so far in the third. Make it 5 as Hervela feeds to Connor Wright, who will put it in from 17 feet out up near the top of the key. Now we've got a foul on the floor to Samuel Peck of the Patriots. With a push or a hold on Sincere Wilson. Jaron Deal to check out with 3 fouls. Caden Ahart's good news for Pierre, back in after he rolled an ankle a few moments ago. Ahart's and Wilson across the timeline. Sincere to the near side. Bounces it to Williger off the left block. Protects it. Gets it back to Wilson. Sincere tries to get around the defender. Will take a push on the drive, and in the act of shooting, it'll be Wilson going to the free throw line. As Hokie picks up the foul for the Patriots, that's his first. Both teams with 3 fouls here in the quarter. 2:24 left in the third, and Sincere Wilson goes to the free throw line. 5 points for Sincere off the bench. First free throw attempt is off the back of the rim, no good. He'll try another one. Hervela and Wright will check out. For Douglas, Davis back in along with Benny Olson, the 6'3 junior. On for the first time in the second half. 37-15 Govs. Wilson looking for one here, and that's in and out. No good. There's Austin. Offensive rebound and the putback for Corday, and coming off the lane, he just spun around the guy below him. Got right in front of him, and without bringing it down, Austin laid it up and in. Shot missed by Spiker, but the rebound was kicked out up top, and it's an offensive board. Actually, the shot clock's still moving from original. Here's Spiker down the lane over the top of Terwilliger. No good. Rebound here to Corday Austin. And up ahead, Wilson. From Corday, Sincere will lay it home. And the Governors crack 40 here with 1:40 to go in the third, 41-15. Now Terwilliger. He'll take a pass away inside. Turnover number 11 for Douglas. Governors getting their steals in the stat column. Austin fades away and takes a hit on the wrist from Hokie. He'll go to the free throw line. So Corday Austin, who's putting together a nice ball game, 15 points. To the stripe, Hokie with his second foul in a row. Clock stops with 1:22 to play. Governors lead by 26, now 27 as Austin hits the first of 2. Peck out for the Patriots. Logan Paulson checking back in. And the second one coming for Corday Austin. He eyes the mark, takes his time, swishes it home. 17 for the 6'3 senior for the Governors now. Pierre's lead to 28. Something to keep in mind, 30-point margins are in the second half. Grounds for mercy rule timing. The clock would run continually on regular play stoppages. Top of the key, playing catch here, the Patriots. There's the nice pass inside. Shot is up and in from Benny Olson. His first basket. Anthony Spiker with the pass and the assist. One of the few highlight plays for the Douglas Patriots tonight. Highlight plays in our broadcast brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre. Lincoln Dill just looking to drive, but he lost the dribble and his footing, but he comes right back and steals a pass. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Governors can play for the last shot of the quarter here, 43-17. Lead of 26. Caden Ahart's closely guarded, gets rid of it. Here's Wilson driving and is fouled by Davis. 5'11" Sincere Wilson challenging 6'7" Joshua Davis. Davis gets him on the body, perhaps. Wilson back to the free throw line to try two more. Davis with his third personal foul. And Wilson no good on this one. Strange enough, Sincere Wilson's been making a fair amount of shots without missing on the floor the last couple of ball games, yet he's 0 for 3 so far in the free throw line. Here in his last couple of trips. See if he can get one down here. Up and good. Swish that one. Sincere's 8th point of the game. He had 9 all in the third quarter at T area a week ago tonight. 44-17, 8 seconds to go. Quick fire three. Hokie online, but it's no good. Second chance, Connor Wright off the rebound, and it is good, and that is how our third quarter will come to an end. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Governors still in control as they lead the Patriots 44-19. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre as we pause for 60 seconds and go to the fourth. Next, you're listening to Governor Basketball at River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Means to different people, but to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family. Just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
Hey Josie, why so glum, chum? I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling. Whoa, no way! Yeah, you should check them out. Where can I find them? You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Allied Plumbing.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Back at Riggs High Gym, and before we start our fourth quarter of PlayStation identification, you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Governors expand on the lead through the third period. They got it up to 28, but the last three scored by the Patriots, a 15-9 scoring advantage to the home team. Through quarter number 3, it's 44-19, but the visitors have the first possession, and it is Jacob Hervela feeding to Connor Wright, who has 2 buckets in a row. 8 points in the game to lead the Patriots, but here comes Caden Ahart down the lane and good for 2, his first 2-pointer of the night. 46-21. The lead back to 25. Down the lane this time, and it's Logan Paulson scoring with the left hand. Fast start to the fourth quarter. We haven't seen this all night. Here's a reach on Paulson trying to steal one away from Caden Ahart in the backcourt. Logan Paulson picking up his... I've been saying Logan Paulson. It's Logan Amaral, but Lane Paulson. I apologize for that, Lane. As I almost called him Logan again. Lane Paulson with his second personal foul. Now Austin to do some ball handling up across the timeline, right to left for the Governors. First minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Govs in a bit of cruise control. Here's a pass knocked away, intended for Terwilliger. Hit from behind by Wright. Here will inbound off the right side of the key. About halfway out near the edge of the perimeter. On the baseline. Into Austin, back to Jaron Deal. Austin to Caden Ahart. Picks his dribble up. Now near side with it, Lincoln Dilgis. 9 on the shot clock. Dilgis puts it on the floor. Corday Austin with 5 to shoot. Oh, and a quick step and a blocking foul as the Patriot defender a little bit late, and Austin puts the shot up and good. That was some hard contact, and Austin certainly put the Douglas defender to the floor. Travis Miller surprised by the call, probably one of those that looked and smelled like a charge, but I don't know. Jeremy Michelson had him getting there just a step too late. Austin with an old-fashioned three-point play. And it's 49-23. 6.5 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Terwilliger tries for his steal, but Hokie comes up with it. There's a nice zip pass inside. Shot up, though, no good for Wright. Terwilliger rebounds. Austin with it on the right wing. Inside to Dilgis. Back out to Austin. Fakes the three. It's it to Dilgis. He'll shoot from 18 out on the wing. No good. Austin. Second chance won't go as he tried to reverse it with the offensive rebound, but he is fouled again. Corday Austin, he's up at 20 right now. I'm sure that's a career high for him. 6 minutes and 3 seconds to play. Foul called on Benny Olson, which is his second. Corday Austin's first free throw is good. 50-23. Governors on cruise control now. Second one for Corday is good. Well, the Governors have been to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. Douglas has not. They're just 1 out of 2. 51-23, biggest lead of the game matched. Here is Dilgis with a steal, but then it's stolen right back by Hervela, who wants to go coast to coast. He'll be fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. So rare free throws coming here for the Patriots. Terwilliger denies the layup, but picks up his second personal foul. Hervela to the stripe. He's 1 out of 2, and the only free throws attempted for the Patriots so far. Gets the first one this time for his 5th point of the night. 5:48 left in the fourth. Second free throw also good. We'll have a timeout taken by the Douglas Patriots. 60-second break in the action. Timeout's brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We'll be back in a minute. It's 51-25. Governors in the fourth quarter on River 92.7.
Is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Back at Riggs High Gym, 4th timeout used tonight by the Patriots. They'll be left with one more if they should need it. Jaron Deal across the timeline, getting himself into a little bit of trouble. And the defense of the Patriots will induce a jump ball, but that possession arrow stays with Pierre. Play stoppage here. Logan Amaral checks in. Jared Hoke out for the Patriots. Looks like Coach Miller just checking on something with Hokie, but he'll stay at the bench. 5.5 to play here on a Tuesday night at Riggs High Gym. There's basketball on Thursday as well, and the Governors host the Brandon Valley Lynx. Here's a pass through the hands of Cooper Terwilliger. Governors will turn it over for the 10th time, and up ahead, a nice reverse. Left side to right goes Lane Paulson, who puts his third basket home. 51-27 now. Douglas doing what they can to hang tough. Here goes Deal down the lane. Tried to get the pass at Terwilliger, but he's fouled on the floor. And Benny Olson will be called this time with his third personal. That's 4 as a team for Douglas here in the fourth quarter. Deal to inbound. Austin left open, and he plants a 3. Corday Austin with the ball game. 3 for 3 from outside the arc. 25 points now. Half a century here for Corday. Benny Olson trying to answer. That 3 on line, but off the front of the rim, no good. Austin will rebound. Governors will send it back the other way. Deal on the wing. Austin near side up top. Olson hounding him. Austin stays with it. Oh, and he sidesteps the defender, Connor Wright, and the pretty leaner up and in, left-hand dipsy-do. How about that for a highlight play for Corday Austin? Highlight plays right on the money. Sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Logan Amaral on the other end with a basket, and Amaral with a push against Dilgis as Lincoln Dilgis crosses the half-court stripe. 56-29 in the play stoppage here. And Dilgis will go to the free throw line as Amaral's personal is the 5th as a team for the Patriots in the fourth period. 56-29. Clock stops at 4:06 to go. Governors have been close, but they haven't got the lead up to 30 points yet, which would put us in mercy rule timing. Dill just hits the free throw. He's got 1 down and 1 to go. Personally, I don't really want to see mercy rule timing. I'd like to see some of the Governor JVs get in here into this game and get as many minutes as they can. Dill just second one a little bit short. Rebound down to Connor Wright. Patriots left to right, trying to go quickly. There's a quick stop and a fake, and then Amaral ducks under Terwilliger and lays it up and in with a right hand. His second straight basket for the Patriots, and then Amaral will tie up Sincere Wilson. So Wilson will go to the free throw line as Amaral picks up a third personal. 3 Patriots with 3 personal fouls. Jaron Deal, the only Governor with that many. Foul trouble really isn't an issue right now with a 26-point Governor lead. Wilson in the bonus. Free throw, no good. First of 2. He'll try another. And this one is good. Sincere Wilson with 9 points, matching his career high that he set 1 week ago tonight in T area. Here's Hervela across the timeline. Bad place to pick up your dribble, but he gets the pass away. Lane Paulson fires a 3, but that's short from the right corner. Off the front of the rim. And Terwilliger surprised to find out he was the last to touch it underneath. As the Patriots will keep the possession with a new shot clock. 3:37 to play. Inbound here. Hervela, quick fire 3. Rims in and out, no good. Paulson there with an offensive board. Now leaning in, Amaral short, misses everything, trying to keep it alive underneath is Benny Olson, but that'll end up on the end line, and it'll be Pierre basketball. Patriots still pressing, still playing hard. Push off here by Aharts. This gets Hervela away. Wilson picks up a loose ball, rolling to him. Here's Dilgis to Sincere Wilson. Now Austin fakes a 3, lets a man fly by, swishes it again. Corday Austin is red hot. 4 for 4, and there's a 30-point margin with 3 minutes to play as the Governors lead 61-31. Another highlight reel play put in by Corday Austin. And Logan Amaral not doing such a bad job himself as he puts a left-handed running hook home for the Patriots. 61-33. Timeout will be taken, but it's only to swap personnel for the Governors. Douglas will do some more of the same. Jared Hokie will check back in. Hervela is still in for Douglas. We'll see Joshua Davis back on. Hervela checks out now. It's Anthony Spiker in for the Patriots, and Lane Paulson will inbound. They tried to get a lob to Davis, but it's taken away. Spencer Olivier on the floor for the Governors with a steal. Also in there, Theron Forster, the 5'6" freshman guard. Here's Jaden Brandt on for the second time tonight. 5'10 senior give and go from Larry Clark, and that was mishandled, but then picked up by Douglas. Their pass, or they knock it away out of bounds. And on plays like this, as Pierre had a 30-point lead, clock is running, even though on an out-of-bounds play. Inbound from Clark to Forster. Back to Clark on the wing. Here's Olivier on the high post. Clark to drive, stops, finds some space. Shot is up too strong. Won't get the rebound. Davis will. Minute and a half to play. Girls game will be coming up on KGFX AM. Here's a 3-ball good for Logan Emerald. Fed by Hokie. Emerald having a good fourth quarter with 9 points. He'll exit the game with 11. See who's in there. A lot of these Douglas players have played already. Spiker stays in. Hunter Frericks joins him. Samuel Peck. Logan Emerald still in there. And number 13, Jackson Montalvo, 6'6 senior, playing for the second time tonight. 61-36, Governors lead. Here's Forster for three. That will not go, but an offensive board is pulled down by Jagger Gardner, who's on for the Governors. Gardner, Olivier, Brandt, Forster, and Clark. The five on the floor. Brandt tries a leaner on the right side that comes up a little bit short. Rebound is down to Douglas. Left to right across the timeline. Douglas will fade to 1-6 on the season. Governors will break a 4-game skid and improve to 3-6. Amaral again with another bucket, splitting defenders for the Patriots, making it 61-38. Douglas with their best quarter of play. Their first time that they've scored double figures in a quarter. Olivier tries a reverse, no good. Gardner underneath trying to battle for the rebound. He has it. He gets it to Olivier, but Spencer will fire and miss. And that'll run the clock out here as your Gales Gas Service scoreboard has come to a final. The Governors will defeat the Douglas Patriots tonight by the score of 61-38. Governors improved to 3-6. Douglas falls to 1-6. And your scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As it gets colder, use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for 3 minutes, and your postgame coming up. The postgame sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Govs win tonight at Riggs High Gym on your official voice of the Govs River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dr. Ryan and his team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg would like to thank
the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at dancingsky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step for better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Service Master of Pierre has been proudly serving Pierre and Fort Pierre for over 40 years. They offer professional carpet and upholstery cleaning, post-construction cleanup, residential and janitorial services, and thorough disinfection cleans. Service Master Restore provides expert water, smoke, fire, mold, and odor damage restoration, along with drying, dehumidification, and trauma or biohazard cleanup. When disaster strikes, every second counts. Trust the experts who've been doing it for over 40 years. Service Master of Pierre. Get clean today.
Futures aren't back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
They go 21 of 51 on the floor in the game. Hit 7 of 16 threes. Sometimes the Governors don't get any three-pointers down. Sometimes they don't shoot a lot. But tonight they did hit 7 out of 16. That's a pretty good percentage. And they get to the free throw line as well. 9 of 14 in the second half. 12 of 21 overall in the game. Austin's the only double-figure scorer for the Governors, but they Corday with 30. Sincere Wilson off the bench for the second straight game with 9. Cooper Terwilliger held in check. He'll have 7. Caden Ahart's back in action. He finishes with 6. Jaron Deal with 5 points, and Lincoln Dilgus with 4. 61 on board for the Pierre Governors. For Douglas, who did get it going in that second half a little bit more, especially the fourth quarter. They hit 8 of 12 in the fourth period, 12 of 24 in the second half, only 16 of 52, however, in the ball game. They shot 4 of 28 on the floor in that first half of play. They hit 3 threes and 16 tries, didn't get to the free throw line a lot, and don't read much into that. I don't believe the Governors have not been committing an awful lot of fouls over the course of this season. But Logan Amaral had a nice fourth quarter, 11 points in the quarter, 13 in the game. The only double-figure scorer for the Patriots. Jared Hokey Connor Wright with 8 points off the bench. Lane Paulson will check in with 6. Jacob Hervela with 6. 3-pointer down for Jared Hokey, and a 2-pointer down for Benny Olson off the bench for Douglas. But Douglas drops their 6th in 7 tries. 61-38 in this one. Here with a slight rebounding advantage, 30-27 overall, and 12-10 on the offensive side of things. And leading the way was Corday Austin with 9 rebounds. Lincoln Dilgus with 6. Joshua Davis with 8 rebounds to lead the way for Douglas unofficially. Patriots turned it over 14 times, and in among 14 turnovers, the Governors, as I'm counting, with 10 steals in this game as well. Pierre with 10 turnovers themselves, a 12-7 advantage in the assist column as well for the Governors. And Jaron Deal leads with 5 of those. So all in all, a pretty good job well done for the Pierre Governors in a game that they should have won. But obviously coming in, they were the favored team, but they did get off to a slow start before ultimately taking care of business in this one, 61-38, the final. And for Pierre, who's sitting at number 16 in the power rankings, this is certainly a welcome victory, even though it's against a team below them in the standings, but still a good win for the Governors because they do have a tough schedule ahead, especially maybe with Brandon Valley coming up on Thursday night. Perhaps a winnable game a week from tonight with Aberdeen Central. But then after that, you got Harrisburg and O'Gorman, who are both playing well so far this season. Govs win this one, though, by 23, 61-38. There's more to talk about, and we'll have a chat with head coach Larry Aker on this one as well after this 3-minute break. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
From the first wails of surprise to first day of school questions, playground adventures, learning to drive stress, and graduation cheers, they'll always be your little sunshine. At Avera Children's, we get kids, teens, and parents too. We'll step you through first checkups, milestones, sickness, and specialized care when your child needs it, and treat them like our own every step of the way. Learn more at avera.org/children's.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. They make it easy when looking for a new vehicle, getting all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop into Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for all your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District. Backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Taking care of your vehicle since 1980, TMA and Pierre has been serving Central South Dakota for over 42 years. Owners Bruce and Brenda Lounsbury, owners of the Ultimate Tire Store, have been taking care of customers at TMA for over 30 years. TMA, your hometown-owned business, offers quality service and products. Tires, mufflers, alignments, oil changes, brakes. Call 605-224-6167. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. TMA, next to the Northridge Plaza in Pierre.
Welcome back to our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg on the heels of a 61-38 victory for the Pierre Governors. Girls game, by the way, just underway. That's on KGFX. Once we're done with this one, feel free to tune over to that one on stations of DRG Media Group. Larry Aker to talk about this one on a victory. Coach, good to get off the schneid with that 4-game losing streak, and man, it took a little patience in that first quarter. Just an 8-7 scoring margin. You were trailing, but something clicked in that second period. And, Corday Austin starts to go off, but the rest of the team just felt like you settled in and, started taking care of business the way that you probably should have, or maybe were expected to in this one.
Yeah, we did get off at a slow start, and a lot of that was, the shots weren't really falling. But, I thought we were still good patience offensively, and just little things, just, we get the ball inside and we, instead of just making a move, we try to put it on the floor. So we definitely have to work on that. And we kind of knew that, they would try the zone and, so we put something in yesterday and, for the most part, we executed pretty good. Then we just didn't make good decisions. And then in transition, we were settling for, like a 15-footer instead of getting the layup, or, if the layup wasn't there, to pull it back out and, get that same look. And we're taking that shot with 30 seconds or more on the shot clock.
Yeah.
And then you got to go back and play defense, and a lot of times we don't like to play defense for that long. So, like, guys, you got to attack the rim. If you don't have a layup or you can't get it inside to get an easy look, then, get it back out, set something up, and we can get that same look, with less than 10 seconds on the shot clock, and then you don't have to play defense right away again. So I think once we started doing that, and then, we were able to push tempo a little bit and get some easy layups, and that really kind of got it open. And then we rebounded well. I'm not sure what the rebounding difference was, but they couldn't get a bucket to fall, and we were doing a good job of hitting the boards.
There were a lot of misses, so there were a lot of rebounds. I've got you on a 30-27 advantage, 12-10 on the offensive side. So, but you were getting them in the second half, and in key moments, and certainly keeping some possessions alive as well. But what was it that allowed the kids to just get settled in that second quarter when things were really rolling?
Well, again, I think you start getting layups, and you get to the free throw line, you start making free throws, and the basket just keeps, getting bigger and bigger, and your confidence just, skyrockets. And we've been trying to tell them that, like, if you, get to the rim, finish, start with a layup, especially Corday. He always wants his first shot to be a three, and if it doesn't go in, then, the confidence isn't really there. And so, and he's so quick, he's just got to, get to the basket, and, and he's a good free throw shooter. So when he gets fouled, he'll knock him in most of the time. And then, same thing with Sincere. You bring him in, and he's played really well the last two games. He's such a quiet guy, but man, he's so quick, and he can get to the basket just about any time he wants. And then he's got a really good hang time. That the move he made down in the first half, it was pretty impressive, and he got that finish too. So it's good to see get that bench production from him.
Yeah, so pretty good conversation, I'm sure, at halftime, and you came out and you still just kind of kept it coming. Douglas started to play better, but you just did what you had to do to stay in control of a game, and it's nice to be able to manage a game the way that the way that you were able to here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about right at halftime, they didn't have any belief or any hope. Doubt was in their mind, and you have to keep that doubt in their mind. Don't give them an open look, because shooters like that, you give them one open look and then they just think they're on fire, and the basket for them gets wider. So you really got to focus defensively of not giving them an open look, make tough twos, and just keep rebounding the basketball. And I thought we did a good job of just keeping that, and kind of keeping the momentum on our side.
Pretty physical game. Cooper Terwilliger just 7 points, and they thought that there were opportunities, but there were just a lot of hands all over the place, and it was hard for him to get a grasp on the basketball, and then even to score the ball. He certainly did a fine job with what he had to deal with, but there was still a good physical AA game going on.
Yeah, it was, and I thought the officials did a good job, and I get it. You can't call everything, but again, a kid his size, they didn't have anybody that could match his size or his physicality, and when he's getting moved, 3 or 4 feet, there's got to be something there, in my opinion. And they said the one was verticality, but again, it's the body, and they shouldn't be able to push him out that far.
Okay. But you look ahead now, and a good win here tonight, and a good full team victory for those that were in there. Everybody kind of got in the act. You got 6 players in the scoring column, so that's good to see. Good test with Brandon Valley coming on Thursday night, and kind of good to have some confidence going into that one now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it starts with taking care of the ball, making good decisions. They're going to get after us defensively, and we got to be ready for that. And, what's our approach? We really talked about with the kids, how bad do you want it? What's your approach? Like, you have to play with effort for 32 minutes. And, there's times this year that we haven't. And so we have to, start figuring that out. And, everybody gets ready for a ball game differently, but every time you put on a jersey, you got to be ready to give your best effort, and whether it's a practice jersey or a game jersey, and so you don't have any regrets. So, hopefully they kind of take that to heart, and we're going to have to be ready to go on Thursday, and again, limit the mistakes, and you got to shoot the ball well and rebound well.
They might be struggling a bit. They're 3-5, but they are the team that knocked Pierre out of the Sodak 16 last year, and they're the reigning state champions. If you can compete with that team and maybe pull off a bit of an upset, then hey, that says a lot as you try to continue to climb out of that number 16 spot right now.
Correct. You just got to keep getting better, and keep learning from each game. And whether it's a victory or a loss, but the effort has to be there for 32 minutes. There's no reason not to give effort. So, if you can honestly say you did the best job you can, sometimes there's teams that are better than you, but, I don't think that's been the case, a lot of times this year. And, I think we kind of have a few guys that are maybe have a few regrets here and there that they, maybe could have played a little harder or did something different. So they're learning from that. And that just comes again. We don't have a lot of varsity experience.
Yeah. All right, Coach, we're looking forward to that one on Thursday night. Good win tonight. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks.
Larry Aker, the Governor head coach. Pierre beats Douglas 61-38. That's your final score, and certainly not without big plays in the game. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. So let's step aside and hear from them. We give you our big plays next on Governor Basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of the game brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics. And you got to go right to that second quarter, I'm sure, where the Governors outscored Douglas 22-2, getting into transition. And again, you kind of look at Douglas with Coach Travis Miller and what he talked about keys to success. The last thing he said was, well, we just got to hit shots. And unfortunately for the Patriots tonight, that did not happen really until maybe a little in the third quarter, but certainly not until the fourth quarter overall. Second quarter is when it definitely did not happen, as they just went 1 out of 14. So it was a tough quarter, but the Governors ran away with this one in that second period. That's when the big plays were made Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And for players of the game from Cowboy Country Stores, candidates include Logan Amaral of 13 points for Douglas to lead the way. Much of that, in fact, 11 of 13 points come in the fourth quarter. Connor Wright, pretty consistent throughout. He had 8 points as well for the Patriots, among others, in this one. But we'll look at the Governors after you hear from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre, Fort Pierre, and your player of the game is next.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, Camp's chicken, and more. Feed the family while on the go. Then treat yourself to soft serve ice cream in cones and dishes. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores, Euclid Avenue and Harrison Avenue in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre, and to be quite honest, tonight belonged to the 6'3" senior Corday Austin, who finishes with 30 points, including 4 of 4 from outside the arc. He was also a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. But you know what? We like to spread the wealth here, as much as Austin certainly deserves the T-shirt for tonight. But we're going to go to the other guy, the one that's coming in off the bench in 2 games in a row, has really been a spark plug, and we're talking about Sincere Wilson here. 9 points tonight. He scored in all 4 quarters, in fact. Had 3 points in the first period, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Hit a free throw in the fourth quarter as well. Sincere Wilson, outstanding off the bench for the second straight game for the Pierre Governors, and certainly Corday Austin, you get a big pat on the back tonight as well. But Corday, as mentioned, does have a player of the game T-shirt already this season. So Cowboy Country Stores player of the game tonight is Sincere Wilson for the Pierre Governors, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. So here's what's happening. There's plenty more basketball to come as the girls are just through 1 quarter of play, and that's on KGFX. It's Spencer Gosh of KMLO for us on the call on that one, as Justin Cowart is out of town. We do also have Stanley County at Jones County High School boys basketball in action on 94.5 KPLO. Jones County beat Stanley in the girls game 47-31, but the Stanley County boys are trying to bounce back off of a loss in the championship game of the Jones County Invitational, which was Saturday night, and that game is about to get underway on KPLO. So the girls' game here in Douglas on 1060 AM, 103.1 FM, KGFX. Stanley County and Jones County boys coming up on 94.5 FM, which is 100.5 in Pierre and Fort Pierre as well. Our wishes for safe travels for Douglas fans who will head back out west, as road conditions are fairly dry once you get down to the interstate. Some scattered slippery conditions from Fort Pierre to Vivian, but Interstate 90 looks pretty good heading out west, and hopefully the same will apply to Pierre folks heading back from that girls game at Box Elder as well. But for those on the road for whatever reason, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us, don't veer for deer, and buckle up too. It starts with you. You've got someplace to be, and slow down in winter driving conditions are as well. Our thanks to William Wilson for running the show in studio, for Brian Manning, along with John Stewart, who did the video tonight. You can rewatch this game on the Go Govs live YouTube feed or the live ticket YouTube feed. The Govs defeat the Douglas Patriots tonight 61-38. As you tune over to the girls game, Douglas is leading the Governor girls right now, early second quarter, 22-17. Our next broadcast is Thursday night here at Riggs High Gym. Governor boys host the Brandon Valley Lynx, the reigning state champions, as that'll be a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip off. The Governor girls will be at Brandon Valley. Justin Cowart will be back with that one on KGFX coming up Thursday night on your stations of DRG Media Group, the official voice of the Pierre Governors. Have a great evening, everybody.
You've been listening to Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRG Media Group. Governor Sports is brought to you by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors: Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, New Edge Advisors, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency of American Family Insurance. Governor Sports is also sponsored in part by Dakota Mart, TMA, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Office, Edward Jones, Avera St. Mary's Hospital, Wegner Auto, Graham Tire, and by Xander Auto Parts, American Bank and Trust, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Oahe Federal Credit Union, the Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service of Pierre. Thanks for listening to Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.